Inventory management. Inventory is a term for the goods available for sale and raw material used to produce goods available for sale. Inventory represents one of the most important assets of a business because the turnover of inventory represents one of the primary sources of revenue generation and subsequent earning for the company shareholder. Managing the level of inventory in a company is fundamental to achieving a competitive advantage in operation. Product quality, process, product engineering, product planning, ability to respond to customer, and the overall profitability are all affected by inventory levels. In the company, Top Glove, the inventory is to produce or process their product from their raw materials such as rubber to the main product as a glove. The company owns and operates 40 military facilities in Malaysia. The company produces gloves as a hand protection, and not only that, they also produce sexual wellness, which is condom and dental care. Top Glove manufacturing also not only in Malaysia, but they also have in Thailand and China. This shows that brand Top Glove already crossed around the world. With customer satisfaction as a key priority, Top Glove continues to produce high-quality gloves at an efficient, low cost in line with its time-tested business direction.
My name is Nur Syazana, and I will explain how Top Glove manage their inventory. Operations managers need to establish a proper system in managing inventory so that there is a balance between inventory management and customer services. The 4 techniques of inventory management that can be used by the operations manager are ABC analysis, record accuracy, cycle counting, and control service inventories. The Malaysia-based Top Glove is the largest rubber gloves maker in the world with a market share of around 25%. It is dual listed in both Singapore and Malaysia. This company used ABC analysis technique for inventory management. As a glove manufacturer, Top Glove carries a significant amount of inventory. As of 31st August 2016, Top Glove's inventory value is RM 263.7 million. It is thus important for investors to look at how well Top Glove is managing its inventory. To do so, I will look at 2 things, which are changes in the value of the company's inventory as compared to changes in revenue, and the day sales of inventory, which is also known as inventory days. Changes in inventory value. The ideal case here is to see inventory levels decline while revenue increases. If not, we want to see inventory levels ebb and flow along with revenue. Here's a chart showing Top Glove's revenue and inventory levels from 2012 to 2016. For the time frame under study, Top Glove saw its inventory value grow by a total of 47%. That is nearly twice 25% growth rate of the company's revenue. Inventory days. Put simply, inventory days indicates the average number of days a company takes to clear its inventory. Ideally, what we want to see is a stable or declining inventory days. The chart shows Top Glove's inventory days from 2012 to 2016. As you can observe, the company's inventory days has increased from the time frame under study from 34 in 2012 to 47 in 2016. Thank you.
Inventory models assume that the demand for an item is either independent of or dependent on the demand for other items. Independent demand refers to the demand for an item being independent of the demand for any items, while the dependent demand refers to the demand for the item being dependent on the demand for some other item. For example, the Top Glove company used inventory costs to achieve a competitive advantage in operation and to make sure how fast the production within a year. The company used carrying or holding costs to hold and carry inventory over the time. They use it to ensure the opportunity cost of funds tied up in inventory and handle the cost and the storage space to keep their product in a safe place. They also have an insurance for the staff that involved with the production. They have a variety of products and they provide top quality of glove. They also manage to reduce the damage of the product to cut the carrying and holding costs. The glove will be tested in order to have a top quality of glove. The test will determine the defect of the product surface and the strength of the glove. Different gloves have a different purpose and each of the strengths are not the same. They use ordering costs in inventory model to produce their product. The costs are include the placing and and the receiving goods. The process include the shipping and the cost of import the raw materials. Besides that, they also use the setup costs. They use machine to produce their different type of glove every day. Every machine have different purpose to do a different type of production based on their demands. For example, they use the robotic arm and air jet to strip out the glove from the former. If the demand of the product are slow, it will affect the sales of the company. Next, method or concept of inventory management. Managing the level of inventory in a company is fundamental to achieving a competitive advantage in operation. Product quality, process, product engineering, production planning, ability to respond to customer, and the overall profitability are all affected by inventory levels. Inventory is defined as goods on hand or any stock of economic resources at a given point of time, in anticipation of satisfying a future demand for them. The objective of inventory management is to strike a balance between inventory investment and customer service. Inventory investment involves a trade-off between risk and return. Firm with a low inventory level can minimize their inventory carrying costs. However, when demand is high, the firms may face stock out, which is shortage or begin out of stock and production delays, which will result in the company not being able to serve the customer. Thus, loss of sales may be incurred. Nevertheless, having excessive inventory will burden firms financially, as it involves high inventory costs in the form of cost of capital, storage and insurance fees, and risk of potential obsolescence. Thus, there are two main objectives of inventory management. The first one, to maximize inventory turnover, which is efficient inventory management can minimize the amount of money tied up to inventory, thus improving the firm's profitability. Other than that, to carry sufficient inventory, which is firm should have enough inventory to satisfy their production needs and sales demand. Having adequate inventory will ease the production process and provide better product selection as well as prompt delivery to customer. At Top Glove, they have efficient warehouse system that can store their inventory, which is their glove stock safely before being transported to their customer or exported to overseas for international market. Instead, their warehouse they have a line of skillful workers that are well experienced in inventory keeping and management. In conclusion, we can say that the company Top Glove already have their own standard by selling the glove to the customer. The company also always think the strategy to give a good services to the customer so that the customer will keep buying their product. By having a lot of manufacturing, the company will make sure they will produce the product by customer requested. Top Glove will make sure their company will be the only one company who produce a good product to the customer by produce a variety product. Top Glove also practice a good culture in the company and give a good service